Hey everyone, welcome to another video. So in this video, I want to show you guys a few things that I built with Claude Code using the Keyword Explorer in Ahref. So we're going to talk about that later in the video, but for now I want to show you guys what I built and ways that these can potentially be monetized. Now this is not a get rich quick by any means. This is just simple ideas just to get your creative juices flowing and just to get you used to building products. And this is one thing that I emphasize a lot for whoever's watching this is just get started, even if it's the stupidest idea ever. Start something so you know how to put things together and how to build stuff, right? You can create, databases with Supabase, authentication, email, connect email. So if someone reaches out to you, it comes straight to your email. And I'm going to show you guys what I did in this video so you guys can get a better idea of what to build. So the first thing I built is a simple markup calculator. So this just helps users figure out, how much profit they want to make, how much they should sell certain things for, right? Let's say they have an e-commerce store and let's say they're selling something for $20 and then they want you can have a markup percent, so let's say 10%, then you should sell it for $22, right? Very simple stuff, right? And then I asked Claude to generate this website for me, and the reason why I chose this was because the keywords was easy to rank on Google. So I just launched this a few days ago, and I'll show you guys the statistics in a minute here. But this is the website. It's markupcalculator.app if you guys want to check it out. And then another thing that I mentioned earlier is, to learn how to get things connected. That's why you build simple things. So for example, this get in touch, I just put this here, and then if someone wants to write something, it'll come directly to my email and I can see that somebody reached out to me. I mean, no one's really going to reach out because it's a simple website, but I just want to show you guys when you build stuff, you get these ideas. Yeah, so it has everything: calculator, converter, FAQ, contact, light mode, dark mode, simple stuff. And it's a cool learning experience too. When you guys build these things, it's fun. And these simple things are easier to build than more complex stuff. Okay, and then the second thing that I built was a directory for industrial plants, and I called it plantserviceshub.com. So this is for, let's say you have an industrial plant and you're looking for a specific service, installation, abatement, industrial cleaning. You can come to this website. It has a directory of a bunch of companies in different states and different provinces in Canada. So that's the provinces, these are the states. And how you can monetize here is companies can reach out to you and they can ask you to put their company on the front of your website, right? The front page of your website. Another way you can monetize, so the way I have it here, is let's say somebody clicks on this company here and they click on request quote and they fill out this information. This will come directly to my inbox. And then what you can do is you can reach out to the company and you can ask them, hey, I have a lead for you. Someone's interested in your services. How much are you willing to pay for this lead? Or you can do research and you can give them a price. Let's say for, $100 or $60, whatever you guys want to charge. You can say, I'll give you a lead for this much, and you can tell them this is your website, this is how they reached out to you. And some people will be more than willing to pay for that. So that's a directory. And you can choose any directory, right? If you're interested in something else, you can just build that, and you can ask AI everything. Like, how can I scrape these companies, right? Like, how do I get all this information? And this was all done. I figured all this out by just chatting with Claude AI. and it helped me, get this complete. Now, I did have to pay for scraping software, but it was not very expensive, like maybe $20. And I got all this here, all this information. I got over 5,416 companies on this website alone, right? And I'll show you guys later the statistics, how many people have visited these two websites. And then another way to monetize is to run Google Ads. So as you can see for Markup Calculator app, I've requested ads, but it still hasn't been approved. It's February 22nd is when I requested ads to be run on the website, but it takes a while for Google to look. And one thing I've noticed is you should actually have not valuable, but let's say relevant and useful information on your website so Google can run ads. Because for this one, I tried earlier, but Google didn't want to, I wasn't approved for ads because it doesn't have, enough pages, like, what we do, information or just general information. So that's something I can add later and then reapply for ads. And if that gets approved, you can get money from that too, right? When Google runs ads on your website and people come on your website, you get paid for it. So that's what I'm trying to do right now with the Markup Calculator. And let's go now to Vercel. So this is what I'm using to host both of the websites. Plant Services app, Markup Calculator here. So first let's check Markup Calculator and see how many visits we've had. So look, let's do last 30 days. So it hasn't been 30 days. I did this about 6 days ago, and I've had 66 total visitors on the website so far, which is not a lot, but like I said, here we're experimenting, we're learning, right? We're not trying to build the next Tesla or Uber here, right? We're just learning, gaining experience on how to use AI to build products. All right, let's go back to the Plant Services Hub website. This one, in the last 24 hours, 54 visitors. In the last 30 days, I've had 130 visitors. And again, I started this on February 15th, it looks like. Yeah. So just over 10 days, and I've already had 131 visitors. And here you can see 7 of them came from Google. And look, you can check people have actually been going to these companies, right? And then you can see all your traffic, where it's coming from. And that's what I've built so far, these two, just for practice, just to get, familiar with building, products with AI. And if you guys want to learn how this was done, please let me know in the comments, and I can make a video and build something completely from scratch, something simple, and show you guys step by step how it's going to be done. And then another thing you guys can do is you can use Ahrefs to get keywords. If you guys have an idea and you guys want to see how easy it'll be to rank on Google, you can search for the keywords here. So for example, let's say AI calculator, click search, and we can go to matching terms. And now it'll show us exact terms for AI calculator. Now, the higher the keyword difficulty, the higher it's going to be, the harder it's going to be for you to rank on Google. So look, here's here's an easy one that you can rank for: AI body fat calculator, keyword difficulty of 3, but the search volume is 300. So this is the average search volume per month, right? So it's not that much, but something like this, AI calculator, there's 3,000 search volume per month, but also the keyword difficulty is 73. So it's going to be very hard for you to rank first on Google when someone searches that, right? And if you want to know more about how to find these business ideas, you can also go to AI. And I even asked it here, how to search for business ideas using Ahrefs, and it'll tell you everything here that you need to know. You know, what to set the keyword difficulty to, the search volume, etc. And it's pretty useful. However, this is not free. Ahrefs is pretty pricey. I think it was $150 per month, something like that. But I just tried it out for 1 month, right? So I'm not going to renew it. I just did it to play around with it because I've seen people find businesses this way. So I just wanted to have a 1 month trial and pay for that. But there's also a free keyword. You can also search for free, but you're not going to get a lot of information. If you say Ahrefs keyword difficulty, this one here, this is a free version, but it doesn't give you detailed information like this. So let's just search for AI calculator, for example, and we check the keyword. Here you can choose the country. Let's leave it United States. Check keyword right there. So you can see the keyword difficulty for this is super hard, right? So this just gives you high level, quick, how difficult it is. But if you want to know the actual search volume and what could be potentially easy to search for, you would have to pay for that. And if you guys have an idea, you guys can also ask around with AI, and it can help you do this if you guys are interested. And I'm still thinking of other ideas and things to build every day. And it's not easy to come up with ideas, but if we keep trying, if we keep building, you'll start getting ideas slowly and slowly. One idea I had, but I don't know if it's worth building or pursuing, is a journal app where you kind of chat with your journal, like an AI journal, talk about the problems, like problems you've had throughout your day, things that bother you, and then the AI can help generate business ideas, right? So I've heard in videos, many people say that the best business ideas are solving your own problems, right? But the hardest thing I find is to sit there and think. And I think you guys can relate to this too, like just sitting down, thinking about what business idea to start, writing down problems throughout your day. But I think it's a habit that you have to develop. So that's why I was thinking of creating some kind of app that you can, jot down your ideas every day, open the app, and then you can just chat with the AI. Hey, write this down in the idea bank. And then, the AI can work in the background and generate ideas for you. But we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. And if you guys have any comments, want to know anything, just let me know. And I'll see you guys next time.